Hello, everyone. This is September 27th, and I'm very happy, very grateful to be here, to be alive, to be queer, and to be an M for M Masoor, to be a human being, more important than anything, to be a human being alive and enjoying the good life and the not so good life. In New York City, I have to report that today is the check-in of nycmasoor.com. And I just wanted to report how grateful I am for being able to bike for 3 entire hours, 3 full hours today on a Saturday without getting into an accident. And I did the West Side Highway, which I've renamed Suicide Slut Way, in honor of all the suicide sluts who, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I started a new Substack site, for my writing, and so this is, and I'm finding that today, as a result of the biking for 3 hours, I was singing, and it was very therapeutic. Not enough people sing, while they bike, and all these great tunes from my history were coming up, and I was just, it was just wonderful. I really had a good time. So I wanted to thank Higher Power for that. And I do have my, oh my God, I'm almost at the end of this Amaro Pop, so we won't go there. I've been enjoying edibles. I'm doing, it's called Think, and it's I just find that it helps me to be sharper, in a strange way. So little pills, 1-to-1 pills from Housing Works Cannabis. So where should I start? This is just out of gratitude. I have amazing. I have to check the Mitchell-Lama site for housing because I'm supposed to be on the list there, so I'll do that. And I want to check the Finish More Music site for the free lesson. If you win a contest, you get this very handsome producer, teacher, kind of producer coach is offering free lessons. I would love to take advantage of that. And wanted to share a great lesson in resilience today because I woke up and I could feel the funk coming on. I could just feel it coming on. I don't think I've shared this with you, but I had no therapy this week, and forgive me for oversharing, but there was no therapist. He had a health issue, so that really sets me back when I can't really vent and talk about, the state of my mind and have someone just listen to me without judgment in an attempt to understand myself and my own shit. And there's a lot of it. But there was no therapy, and last Friday I was up on the roof, and I think I finished a bottle of wine, and I watched the sun come up, and there was just so much crying, there like these tears were just coming out of me. And I know pity pot, poor me, I know, and they say in the 12 steps, the pity pot, I was on the pity pot, but the crying was sincere because I determined, and reflecting on it afterward, I determined that I was crying because I have not been in a serious relationship, 1-to-1 relationship with any other human being for like so many years. I've just lost count. I'm a pussycat person. And so that's where the sorrow comes in, is that I see everyone else hooked up. And there are single people, of course, but why is my singularity so long? It just seems so long. And I had all these friends and hookups and everything in the 80s and then in the 90s. And I know it can be traced to my sex addiction in my massage practice. I definitely know that takes a toll in isolation. As you age and as you, get off the cruising, there's no more cruising. Everyone's on their phone. So, people come for massage, men come for massage. And I had this hot boy and gave him an oral release on Friday, but it was kind of empty, but it was hot at the same time. And I really dating. Anyway, this goes on and on, but what I'm trying to say here is that today I actually sat down and I actually forgave myself for being alone. And I think that's really important, to forgive yourself for any, conflicts that are like burning in your mind and in your soul. And I forgave myself for being alone. And then I took a ride on it. I started improvising some great musical ideas, and I'm just so grateful to be able to access my creativity. It's such a wonderful thing. If you get anything out of this blog, I'm totally advocating, be your own creative God. It's not so much in Jesus Christ, Allah, it's in, if you can get in touch with the creativity, even if it's just to sing songs into your phone, idea songs, it is so worth it. So that is, I wanted to report too that it's the Jewish high holidays, and so I have no frickin' work, And I had a queen call me today. He starts to tell me he wants an out call, and just to let you know, people, men, if you want a deep tissue massage, do not ask me to come out and work on your bed. It is not a good thing. It's too much work. It's too hard for me I can't do good deep tissue massage on a freaking bed. Okay. And this queen was like, coming up, and then we had an exchange, and then I said something in a vain attempt at humor. I said, well, you're going to have to, you can put your head and your neck on the foot of the bed, and I can do you well in that. He said he wanted that. And then he said he wanted me to work on his ass. So to me, that was kind of like a keyword, like giveaway, like he wants something sensual to happen. And yet I said, I can definitely do good glute work on you, but it might take you to move around a little bit in order for me to get really deep on your glutes. And I said, this is a double entendre, LOL. It sounds so sexual. And I thought it was funny, and he emailed me. He said maybe another time. So this queen was obviously way too uptight, and he did not like, my take on the situation, and that's good, because it was part of my negativity was coming out. I was like, dude, you want a deep tissue massage? I'm gonna ride out to you in frickin' Brooklyn or wherever the fuck you are, and we're gonna do it on your bed, And I warned him at the beginning. I said, and this is not. It's not going to be like deep every moment, I don't know. And I had to process whether I wanted to share that, and whether I wanted to share the horrible experience I had the other day. This queen, it was obviously a scam, hired me to come up and work on him, and then asked me a favor to stop and get an Xbox card for his son, so that he could have his son do gaming and lock the son in the room while we commingled. And right away when I said that, I saw it was an extension of, my paying money. Senior scam alert, especially if you're a massage therapist here. And make a long story short, as it turns out, this guy scammed me out of $50. And I do have insurance on my Chase card, so it may be that I might get the money back. I'm waiting to see on that. But I even went to the 9th precinct, and I explained the whole situation. I said, yeah, and they said, well, the way the guy worded it was, it sounds as if you were doing him a favor, so he wasn't actually threatening you for money. And so they said, it's a fine line. We can't actually file a police report because it's more civil and not so criminal, which I found to be a wow. Wow. That was a week. I'm grateful for the lessons I learned, but every time there's a new one, it's like, oh God, do I really have to sit here and learn this one too? Do I have to learn this much? It's interesting. So what I'm talking about is resilience and forgiving myself for not being in a relationship. I started the Substack site thing, whatever the frick it is, to hopefully get some writing on there and to get some feedback. I haven't quite figured that out, because I'm thinking, well, how can they give me feedback if I'm not paying money to watch other people's pages? This gentleman in one of the I groups who's a writer turned me onto it, and he also turned me onto another site where I can get my ISBN number for my collection called Fabulous Faggotry, which is, and I'm interested in actually posting that and seeing what people think about that title. You know, whether it's out there using the faggot word that's not correct, you know, or yeah, it's just omnipopoda, right? It's a fabulous faggotry, a collection of short stories. Excuse me. So we will see how that goes. Deep tissue. Yeah, that's really all I had to say. So I'm watching Black Rabbit, which is fabulous. I love Jude Law, such a good actor, and the other dude who was in Appalachia or the one, he plays the hippie brother. Really good, really good. Wonderful way to pass the time. It's always a distraction, you know, to watch a movie. So that's that, and yeah, this is my wrap up. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned. I will upload more information about my Substack site. I want to change the name to substacknycmasur.com. And this could be a good thing, and it also could be another vain attempt in being an online whore. Look at me, you know, what do you want me to talk about? You know, I mean, in my mind, it's like important that I share my M4M experiences because no one else talks about them. And I just think there's so much denial in the man for man massage world that I just feel like a burning need that I need to express both the good and the bad stories that go on in that world. And yet it could be oversharing. It could be you know, it could be homophobia takes over the internet and bitch, just shut up and don't talk about it and just, you know, live your life and die. You know, like why even bother? Which is kind of the philosophy I've been having lately a lot, turning 71. Like, why bother with any of this stuff? But I'm grateful. I'm really grateful. And my new mantra is make the grateful list to keep away the abyss. Okay, and thank you for watching. This has been Stephen Orr, nycmasur.com, nycmasur.com. Yeah, come for a great massage soon, and I look forward to working on you. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Bye.